Alright, hey guys, today I have a special guest and yeah, you will not believe who I've managed to get in. You guys are gonna love this. Check it out. Hey guys, as you know in the video that I've just done before, I shared that I have a special guest. So without further ado, I want to introduce Noemi. She's like, what's going on? But yeah, this is really exciting for me because yeah, I'm really pumped to hear Noemi's heart, and I just know she has a heart of gold, and yeah, she's going to do some really exciting things the following year in 2020.
Well, thank you for having me on here.
You're welcome.
So basically, I'm doing a DTS next year with YWAM, which is a discipleship training school. It's for 6 months. It's in Kona, Hawaii, and that consists of a 3 months lecture phase where we learn about different topics every week, and then we have 10 weeks outreach where we apply what we've learned in a third world country, and then we come back and reflect on that.
That's it better. And we just know how it goes, so you might be tempted to do it yourself, but it's a pretty big step. Are you feeling it?
Yeah, it's kicked in now.
Yeah, it's really happening.
Yeah.
Christmas and then boom, she's gone. She's leaving the next stuff. So obviously we know a little bit about what you're about to do. But before we dive into some questions, yeah, just let us know a little bit about who you are, what do you like to do. You know, are you real?
I am the oldest of 4 girls. I have 3 little sisters. They're all pretty cool. I used to be a competitive swimmer. I was obsessed with sport when I was little. Still kind of am. And I love politics. It interests me. All of my friends are like, why are you like this? But I'm just like, no, I love it. And I have a dust phobia. Like when I have to clean, I know it's so weird.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have to clean my room like every week, top to bottom, and if there's like, for example, dust on like a light switch, I will like...
You just switch off to a little dust thing? Like a little,
Yeah.
So tell me one highlight you've had this year, as well as like a low light, a hard time that you've had this year as well.
So highlight has definitely been the Suns, but like my last year of school. Not because I didn't like school, but I just really, it was like my last year and it was nice to finish, and it's like you get to the stage and you're like, school was nice and I enjoyed it, but it's cool to move on, and then looking forward to DTS was like
the highlight probably got you through a few hard days.
Yeah. So definitely my highlight. And low light was definitely that I went through a big patch the last 2 years with real fatigue. As you know, so struggling with just, it hit me, like I was always real that kid that was like energized, and and then it hit me and I would wake up and I'd be like, I don't know how I'm gonna get up.
Wow.
Like how am I gonna get dressed, how am I gonna do things, and I'd still go to school because you gotta go to school, and I'd just sleep through class because and a weird friend like, you know, like, why didn't you eat more, why didn't you sleep? It's like, trust me, like I'm doing it, but it's, so that was probably a low light, was just I had to be real motivated. So I would literally go to bed at like 8:30, I'd wake up at 7, then I'd get home from school and then I'd sleep 2 hours and dinner, and then having to push through because I still had my goals, and I was like, this is not gonna defeat me.
I ain't gonna stop.
But just being real strategic about how I'm still gonna get the grades I wanted there, but that was definitely a struggle, and I've gotten past it. I still need a lot of sleep, but it's gotten way better, which I'm really excited for.
That's so great, especially into the new year. Alright, question number 2. What is one of the things this year has taught you?
Definitely gratitude. I think I've always grown up and I've always been grateful, you know, for what I've had, but this year's really just, I think maybe because it's my last year, just sitting back and being like, whoa, like my family did so much for me, and my parents sacrificed so much, and I have really good friends, and you know, I don't know, it's hit me more this year, just being like I'm so blessed, and even, you know, I think with going to school, it's like I have to go to school, it's like a real, no, I get to.
Yeah,
you know, like I get to do this, and I get to go to work, and I get to go serve, and I think that's just really what I've learned this year. It's just been like, I get to, and this is an honour, and just being real grateful for that. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like whoever is watching and is going into high school next year, like it's crazy. Like you can look at it and be like, oh my gosh, I have to go to school, but there's so many people around the world who just don't even get to have that opportunity. Alright, talking about school, question number 3. Alright, I've got, what advice would you give to someone who is struggling to know what to do after high school, or sort of heading that way? Maybe they're even in year 11 or 12 and they're feeling that pressure from the teacher, as I know.
Yeah.
Let us know what's some advice, what's some thoughts.
As soon as you hit NCA, your teachers are like, what do you want to do? And if you don't have it all sorted out, you're just gonna, live on the streets and it's your life over. But it's not like that. It is not like that. I personally, I knew what I wanted to do ever since, and I was like, I'm gonna go study, it's gonna be law and business. But some of my friends, even now they're finished school, I don't know what to do. And so my biggest tip for that would be like, breathe.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're not gonna like die in the streets.
Yeah.
But don't rush into anything if you don't really know what you're doing, because for example, if you feel like I have to go to uni just because all my friends are going to uni, my teachers want me to do, you waste money, you waste time, you get stressed, and for example, what some of my friends are doing is like they're just taking a year and they're just working, and if you still really want to do that, then go pursue it the following year, but don't feel like you rush into something and you're like, should I not? If you're sure you want to go to uni but you don't know what you want to study, that's fine, because you can change courses very easily.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's just, I think just don't feel like you have to have it all sorted out at 18, because you don't even know what might happen in 6 months time. And so I would just, it's real cliche, but pray. And it's not just like, God, like, I don't know what to do, like, help me. But it's like pour out your heart, because he's there and like, he wants to help you, and he's not just going to be there and be like, sucks for you. Like,
sorry, listen to your teacher.
But he's not like that. So I would just pour it out, just, God, I don't know what to do, or this is what I like doing, but I don't know about this or that. And I mean, like, he knows the world and you 10 times better than you do. So he's got you. So I would just pour it out, write it down, write a poem, just talk to him.
Yeah, let it out. So, question number 4. If you could do one thing differently over high school, or sort of, look back and go, oh, I wish I just, said this a bit differently, or did this a little bit differently, what would it be? And
like I mentioned before, gratitude. I think just make a choice every day just to be aware of just the blessings that you have, because I think if you, or just our chaplain actually, Miss Reese, she gave us a book and it was just write down every day 5 things that you're grateful for, and it changes you. Like you know, and it switches your mindset. So
especially right in the heart of school, like it's so easy to get in that complaining bubble. Oh, I'm in here forever.
That would be one thing, and then I think another thing would just be like really making God priority. I think sometimes it's like, oh, I'm only at school, or once I finish. No. Yeah. And if you can spend a lot of time on TikTok or on Instagram, right? You can give God at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. Yeah, I've got this time, I'm at school, but like, God, bigger picture, like, what do you want me to do? Can you speak to me during the school day? Does this person need encouragement? So that you just, even at school, that you just kind of stay in contact with God.
Yeah, he cares way more than you think, eh?
He does. He's always there. So that would be like differently, just like God, just a full priority, not just I'm going to go to youth on Fridays and that's fine, and I'm going to go to church, but God, I want to spend time with you every day, because that's when you grow.
That's right.
That's when you grow, when it's just you and God in a quiet place. So
that's right.
Definitely that would be my, if I could do that more.
Cool. So I asked her 2 words, why Jesus? I'm going to let you elaborate a little bit more.
The biggest thing for that would just be like, why not?
Yeah.
People always like, well, why Jesus? Why should I? It's like, well, why not? You don't know until you've tried. But if you don't, and you're kind of a bit skeptical, like it says in the Bible, seek and you will find. And so I think if you want to know, like, well, why not just give it a go? Because if he doesn't exist, and all of us are wrong, then we're
just
still
part of this evolution.
From
apes, and
we're just all these brainwashed people that think this. But so if that's true, then we've lived a morally good life, and then that's fine, But like, if we're right, like, give it a go. Like, it's not even about like, it is about where you go after you die, and that's very important, but it's also about life on earth. And I think about all the decisions that people are making, especially with school and leaving. Like, it's like, if you don't have Jesus, or if you don't have a relationship with God, it's like you've got to elbow your way through life and make sure that you get it, and you walk over other people to get what you want, because you have to fight for it. Literally. And with Jesus, it's like, okay, there's me. And we work hard, it's not like about sitting back and being like, God's going to do everything for me. It's like, no, you have your goals and you have your plans. But at the end of the day, there's Jesus. And if if Jesus has a plan for you, he'll make a way. And it's given me so much peace knowing that it's like, I have Jesus, and first of all, no matter what comes, he's got my back. He's the most reliable person with anything. And even when we muck up and we feel good, like, he's there. And it's And I can just rely on him, and that was the thing with DTS, was that I was like, okay, you know, if I wasn't Christian, I'd be like, oh, no way, you're wasting my time. But I know this is what he wants, and I know that's the best for me, and it's not like this, you know, that I'll look back in 5 years' time and be like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Or this, because I'm like, no, that was God. If you think about all the other religions, and all they do is try to prove their whole life that I'm worthy, right?
Yeah.
And if we take, you know, just the 10 Commandments, like none of us can live up to that, because everybody at some point lies and this and that. But we have like a loving God, and so it's just like, if you knew, like, he's so loving. But if you'll seek him, you will find him. All of time is based on Jesus. Like, you know, 2000, we're what, about 2020, like almost, after the death of Christ. So Christ definitely existed because time's based on him. So either he says who he is, who he says he was, or he's not. And if he is, well then he is the Son of God and everything with that. And if he's not, well then he must have just been a crazy lunatic. But you know, like he existed. If you give that a go and you really want to see God, like you will be absolutely blown away by who he is. If you just go to a youth group, they're usually on Fridays, they usually start at about 6 or 7. Go there, you'll kind of get to know about God, and if you ask them for a Bible, I think if you go any church, they will give you, they're happy to give you a Bible.
It's pretty much like everything's very like easy to just kind of like find out about or get a Bible for free, where it's very hard in other countries. Which interestingly enough, I think it makes people pursue God more. But I don't know, we can have this very relaxed kind of culture that's like, no, I don't know Jesus, I've sort of got everything I need. But what about that inner peace? Like, how's that inside? If I took God out of the picture, like, my marriage would just be ruined, like, my life would just be this and that and way too busy, and my purpose would just be meaningless. And I just realised that I would just be, like, I feel so empty on the inside, and I just wouldn't have as much peace and life and just guess like his fullness as I would. And perspective, and the way I see life is so differently than, you know, when I was sort of like, oh yeah, God, whatever. Like the way I see the world, it's just an incredible event because of God, because he made this planet, and it was originally, it is still for us to enjoy and to know him and to glorify him, really. I don't know, it's liberating.
But basically, if you do want to check it out, like there's also the Bible app you can download, and they have if you download the Bible app, it's literally the Bible app is what it's called, the Holy Bible, like says on the app. But it's based, there's tons of plans. If you just type in like, I don't know, Christian sermons or how to connect with Jesus, it'll be there. You'll know what's burning on your heart. Like God's a good God, and He wants to hear those questions that we ask, but He also wants to answer them in, you know, a way that will give you peace. God's gonna He's gonna show up. He's gonna reveal. So don't get complacent. Like, you know, this life is short. It is worth pursuing something greater than yourself, and it's worth pursuing Jesus. Amen. That's such a good line. Sometimes it's hard because you've had life experience that have hindered you from thinking that God is good or God exists. And I guarantee you there is so many good answers and explanations which will help you gain understanding. So I think just give it a go. Just seek Jesus, because like, I know my life that was, you know, I grew up in church, but I know what life, you're living life without Jesus and what living life with Jesus is. You know, I can even feel that, and I can just tell you from personal experience that it is 1,000 times better, and I would not trade it for any popularity, for any amount of money, for any amount of fame, for living the cool social life. It does not even come close. It doesn't come close, and I think it's just the most worthwhile thing pursuing ever. So oh, I love it. Oh, thanks so much for hanging out. It's been so fun, and I've really loved hearing from you. It's definitely encouraged me, and the whole channel was around encouragement, so it might have been a bit of tough love here and there. That's all we're here for. And wish you all the best for the exciting new year. So, alright, that's a wrap. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.